Perfect. All right. Energetic boundaries and protection. That's our class for tonight. You're going to want a journal, something to write with. We are going to talk at the beginning here, and then we're going to get into a couple of practices to shift energetic boundaries and learn some protection pieces. So, highly recommend that you turn off notifications and shut off your phone and close the door and clear away distractions any way that you can. So, let me drag my notes here somewhere visible. We are doing these two master classes. We had one last week, we have one this week, as we lead up to Master Your Magic. So I'll be totally honest, last year was the first year that we ran this master class, this energetic boundaries and protection. And I was like, how on earth am I going to take that concept and put it into an hour and 15 or whatever? It's such a huge, huge piece of so much of the work that we do energetically when we're learning energy work. So what we're going to do today is just sort of like scratch the surface, just the tiniest little bit. All right. If you don't know me, I apologize. We're skipping right over the introductions and we're just going straight for the deep stuff, which is probably how I would do it if you met me anyway. So you'll just get to know me as we go. Okay, let's talk about energetic boundaries. So a couple of different kind of categories we can put these into. We have some that are emotional, energetic boundaries that fall under the category of emotion. Hopefully my voice is going to hold out here. It might get a little sexy. You're welcome. So, an examples of that would be, how much do you take on the energy of the world around you, the collective? How much are you taking on and what are you doing with, and can you stop taking on the energy, emotions of the people in your vicinity? Do you go into a crowd and then feel totally drained? Do you hang out with people and then feel everything they feel? Are you absorbing or getting to be like the dumping ground for other people? Sometimes you might even be processing emotions for other people, especially people that you're close to, family and kids, and you might be like the manager of their emotions, or even like absorbing and emotionally processing for them. Then we have your physical boundaries, which would be things that show up, even like illness, allergies, physical space, the way you're impacted by the physical space around you. Sometimes our energetic physical boundaries might show up in the way that other people feel around us, the way that we feel in the physical space of another human being, our actual physical space, meaning like, what does your house look like? You constantly struggling to have some sort of system or routine or keep it a level of cleanliness? Is there clutter everywhere, even though you don't want it there? Or are you stockpiling? Do you feel like nothing ever supports you? Nothing's ever working around you. Things are always breaking. These can all relate to our energetic boundaries. And then we have our spiritual energetic boundaries. So those can be the ways that we connect spiritually or don't connect. So our boundaries, whenever we talk about boundaries, our brain naturally goes oftentimes to too loose of boundaries, right? Because we recognize that's a problem. But sometimes we have too aggressive of boundaries. We have walls up, or we have such blocks that maybe we won't let spirit in. We won't connect. And it's totally okay. Whatever your boundaries are right now is totally okay. They're there that way for a reason. We're not going to make them wrong. We're not going to judge you for it. We're not going to force anything to change. We're just going to explore it and give you some tools if you want to shift a bit or a lot. But nothing has to change. So if your nervous system is starting to get tense hearing this, it's because there's a part of you that's like, those are there to keep us safe. Those are there to keep us safe. Those are there to keep us safe. So tell that part, cool, We hear you. We're going to make sure that we're safe. And if we change anything, it'll only be because we feel safe changing it. Promise. So spiritual boundaries could be like the ways that you connect and when that connection comes in, when information is broadcast to you and how it's feeling. Where do our boundaries come from? How do they get stripped away and how do they get built up? So why do we not always have normally healthy energetic boundaries?